Followed us. Hello. What's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Let's get this show on the road. Hello, everybody. Come on in. I got my folks checking in on TikTok. TikTok's checking in. YouTube's checking in. And I'm glad you guys are here tonight. So let's get into it today, you guys. Welcome to the show. I'm KTJ. And tonight we are talking about how do you know if he's the one? Now, let's get it going already. I'm letting you know already that it's not necessarily the he, the she, the he, but this question is often asked by, I get this question often asked by women. They want to know, how do I know if this guy is the one? So we're going to answer that question and more questions this evening tonight. So you guys, welcome in. I'm KTJ, dating and relationship coach, known as the love coach of Atlanta, but I serve the world. And we're going to get this thing started. Let's get this thing started right. Got my man, Ken Canyon. All right, so here we go.
But I tell everybody,
love need not.
All right, here we go.
Someone said, what is the one question you need to ask any man to determine if he wants to get serious?
Check out what my man said.
I'm about to give you the answer, and it's unorthodox as hell. I'm going to be honest with you. But I tell everybody I coach, if you ask this one question, it will let you know whether or not he wants to be serious, whether he's just trying to play, trying to smash, or whatever. Mm-hmm. Here's the question.
What's
the question is, when you're talking about a relationship, if you want something, you ask the man, if you were me and you wanted to pursue a relationship, what would you do? Now, you think that might be a simple question, but it's very profound, because what he does next or says next gives you all the answers you need to know. One student asked, and he said, well, if I were you, I'd probably look around, probably date others. Mm-hmm. The truth. So that's the one question you should ask to determine if he wants to be serious.
All right, look, I'm gonna stop it already, and let's examine that. Let's examine that. Y'all think that's a trick question? Is that a trick question? You know, it's a quick answer. You get a quick answer. So the question was, he wanted to know how serious you are, and I'm gonna hit the replay on that, just because it started kind of wonky. What did you hear from the start?
Someone said, what is the one question you need to ask any man to determine if he wants to get serious?
All right, stop right there. The one question you should ask any man to determine if he wants to get serious. Okay? Let's start this off, you guys, and say, a lot of you mess up because y'all don't want to ask men any questions. You scared he ain't gonna like you anymore. You scared he's gonna just be like, oh, I thought that you would be somebody, but no, you can't. You can't sit there and give the man crickets. You have to ask questions. So some of you end up getting messed up because you don't want to ask questions. Yes, Q&A. She said, we not scared. Are you sure? Some of y'all are scared.
Now, I'm about to give you the answer, and it's unorthodox.
Check out this answer again.
With you. But I tell everybody I coach, if you ask this one question, it will let you know whether or not he wants to be serious, whether he's just trying to play, trying to smash, or whatever. Here's the question.
What's the question?
The question is, when you're talking about a relationship, if you want something, you ask the man, if you were me and you wanted to pursue a relationship, what would you do?
Another one.
Yep.
Another one.
What would you do if you were me and you wanted to pursue a relationship? What would you do? Is that a trick question?
You think that might be a simple question, but it's very profound, because what he does next or says next gives you all the answers you need to know.
Got all the answers.
One student asked, and he said, well, if I were you, I'd probably look around, probably date others. The truth.
So the answer is, if he says you know what? I would just date other people. That means that that's what his intentions are. That's what Ken Canyon's saying, Coach Ken saying. So you guys, we coming right out the chute with this content tonight, asking the question, how do you know this is the one? Now, I got my own things that I'm going to go through. I got a few things that I tell people how they can know they the one. I want y'all to hang around because you're going to need this information, because to me, it's very simple. To me, it's a very simple thing, but sometimes it can be complicated because sometimes we make it complicated. All right. So I got another one I want y'all to see. I can't play none of the Steve Harvey stuff.
When I came in late the other day, she told me, she said, you ain't going nowhere tonight.
Hold on. Bernie Mac got cussing. Wait. All right, look. All right, y'all pardon the cussing. It's a little bit of cussing.
I'm going out, honey. She said, you ain't going no goddamn where tonight. I said, babe, who the hell you think you're talking to? I said, look at my birth certificate. I'm 42 years old. She said, you want to be 43? This is a true story, man. I went out anyway, right? I was so nervous, I couldn't really play. And I'm sitting up there, man, I'm playing. My pager kept going off, and everybody was teasing me and everything. And then she told me, I said, man, let me use your phone. I'm thinking my wife's car. I'm really front.
Listen to this, y'all.
So I called home and everything, and I said, hello? I said, don't ask me a goddamn thing. Just pay attention. I said, don't worry about where the hell I am. I'm in my skin. I'll be home, goddamn it, when I get there. When I get there, I better have something to eat. And it better be hot, and it better be good. You think I'm
Bernie Mac. He said, now let me talk to your mama. So we talking tonight. We talking about how do you know, right? How do you know to go further with the man that's in your life, right? So there's a couple of things that I talk about when it comes to this. There's a couple of things I talk about, right? There's a couple things that I want y'all to pay attention to. What's up, Laisha? Couple things I want y'all to pay attention to. How do you know if a man wants to go further with you, if this is going to be something? My girl, Michelle Pillows in the building. What's happening? Michelle, I want you to call me up tomorrow. Hit me up tomorrow. I gotta tell you about something. One of the things that I tell people, ways for you to know if this is going to be something, if this person is going to be right for you, right? Here's what it is. I'm looking for one thing. I want to know, do your futures match? Do your futures match? Not just right today. Not just right at this moment. I need y'all to see me. Do your futures match? Because you could be right for somebody today, right? You could be just right for somebody. They're single. They got out of a relationship. You got out of a relationship, and you guys are just meeting, and everything seems to be falling in place. But the question is this really who they are? Because some people are at a low place in their life, and you can meet them at a low place, and this is not really who they are. You might meet them at a place where they just feel like getting loose. And you think, hey, I guess you a get loose kind of person. And they're not a get loose kind of person. They was just getting loose because it was time for them to get loose. Okay? But when you sit down and you have a conversation with somebody, you're listening for future talk, future conversation. You're listening for the future. You want to know, you're listening for things like we can do this. We can go here. We should go there. I would love to take you over here. I'd love to take you over there. That's what you're listening for. Listen to this. If you don't hear futuristic language, you are probably not in a man's future. I see a question, Lunchables. Eight Lunchables. Okay. If you don't hear the futuristic language, you are probably not in a man's future. You're not there. You're not there. Because listen to this. The one thing I can tell you that if a man is excited about something, he's going to be talking about it. He's going to be thinking about it, and he's going to be articulating where the future is for you. And you know, She Lazy said glasses. Yeah, you know what? I need my glasses too. Where my glasses at? I grab them a little later. Yes. So it's very important. You're listening. I want y'all to be listening. Sometimes we miss it because we're not listening. And listening is a skill. All right. Listening is a skill. I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to check this one out. This one is a good one. I'm gonna add it to the stream. Check out what this gentleman has to say. Here we go.
In response to a woman, when she feels, I trust this guy, I'll follow him, I'll support him.
Listen to this.
Right behind him, no matter what he wants to do. That's feeling like a woman. The other way around is not good.
How come?
Because in the marriage, the man has to be the giver.
Listen to that.
Provider.
Let me stop right there. Let me stop right there. Let me stop right there. In the courtship, the man has to be the one who asks. The man has to be the one who decides what we setting up and what we're doing, right? I saw a video the other day, y'all, of a lady who got on her knee and asked a man to marry her. Where's my buzzer? She got on her knee and asked to marry this guy. I'm not sure what she was doing, but it was the wrong thing, right? A woman is the receptor, right? And the man has to plug in to the receptor in order for there to be power. Check it out. Let's watch some more of this.
Gibraltar, at least to her. And she needs to be completely trusting of him.
Listen to this.
Otherwise, she cannot be his. If the guy feels,
this is from the top,
I would love to take care of her for the rest of my life, whatever I could do for her, that's feeling like a man.
Stop right there. So what this gentleman is saying is it's in the language, y'all. What he's saying is you have to listen to what a man is saying. And if a man is saying, I would love to take care of this woman for the rest of her life. I would love to provide for this woman. Now, we think in our modern times, in our modern terms, we think the word provide just means, pay a bill, right? We think the word provide means to just, let things, I'm gonna take care of this, right? But that's actually only a small part of what provision means. Provision means it's pro, which means to go before, and vision. Okay? Pro, to go before, and then there's vision. So this guy, you want to know if this guy is the one? Listen to the language of going before, and he's going to be articulating to you what the vision is for you guys together. Now, listen, I'm going to tell y'all something. A lot of this, I had no idea. I was just going along, doing my own thing, and just thought all of this is going to work out. All of this will just come together. But guess what? I was wrong. And in my own relationship, it caused a lot of problems because I just thought everything would just fall into place and everything's just going to be lovely. And, we're just going to tiptoe through the tulips and everything's going to work out just fine. And guess what? It didn't. It didn't. So I'm telling you that listening to what the man is saying about provision, what is the vision for the future? Let's keep going.
in response to a woman. When she feels, I trust this guy.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Ted, what's happening, brother? Stop right there. Look. Did y'all hear what he said? If this guy gets to the place that he feels like, I trust this woman, that's a man who's got a plan with you in it. I trust this woman. Listen to this. You may not believe it. You may not believe it, but there's a lot of women out here that are not trustworthy. There's a lot of women out here. You can't trust them. They take your money and go shopping and not pay a bill. They take your money and they take the provision and say, oh, well, thank you. Oh, well, that's what you're supposed to do. That's what a man does. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You got to have that understanding and just feel that
I'll follow
that this is somebody you can work with. Check it out.
him. I'll support him. I'll right behind.
Wait. I don't know if y'all caught that. He said, I'll follow him and I'll support him. Are you look. Who's following the man and who's supporting the man? Sonny's got a question. What age are guys ready for marriage? Ooh, that is a good question. Well, I believe that men are ready for marriage at somewhere. They got to be in their upper 30s. Okay. It's a little hot in the studio. Upper 30s. I'm going to say 31, 32, and some of the things that men have to get out of their system. A man has to understand how to date. He has to understand women. He has to get comfortable with leading. Trust me, most guys, they are not comfortable with leading at all. They don't even know. It takes us a while. Okay? It takes us a while. Fly Girl says that's not upper 30s. Well, if it's right? 35, yes. 35, 36, I'd say yes. Anything less than that, because see, a guy's got to know what marriage is for, who he's marrying, and why he's marrying him. And generally, you can't figure that out in your 20s, not in today's times. Let's hear a little bit more of this.
Him no matter what he wants to do. That's feeling like a woman. The other way around is not good.
How come?
All right. So this guy looks like he's a rabbi of some sort, out here spitting some knowledge and some info. Good stuff. Good stuff. So I want y'all to hear this lady right here. Here go one. I want y'all to listen to
If I
this.
could say one thing about my experience.
Tell me what y'all
and
think about
take
this.
it or leave it. It's going to be this. make sure that whoever
Wait a minute. There's something I got to tell y'all about this video right here. There's something I got to tell you about this video. She starts off by saying she has been married 3 times. She starts off by saying she's been married 3 times. Now, can you take advice from somebody who's been married 3 times? Maybe you can. Maybe, but I'm not sure. All right. But let's hear what the lady has to say. Because see, sometimes experience really is the teacher. All right. Let's hear it.
you are dealing with, okay, whether it's somebody you're dating, long term, short term, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, make sure that wherever they are at that moment, and by that moment I mean, if they don't lose any weight, if they don't get a better job, if they don't fix the childhood trauma, if they got a cat and you don't like cats,
I got a cat and I can't stand that cat. I had to close the door because she'd come walking in here.
Wherever they are at that moment, if you cannot deal with that, if you're thinking about, oh, well, if they change this and they change that.
Wait a minute. Fly Girl says Steve Harvey. Oh, you calling names out here today? She says Steve Harvey been married 3 times. And he's giving advice. But man, look, he got something to say and people want to hear it. So
and over time then we'll grow to be if they don't change a thing, is that somebody that you want to commit yourself to? So I've been married and
all right. So this is, I want y'all to hear what she had to say from the top. I'm gonna try not to break in too much. Check it out.
divorced 3 times.
So she starts off by saying, I've been married and divorced 3 times. I've been married and divorced 3 times. Ma'am. Sheesh. Like, we could have a whole conversation about that. How does somebody get married and divorced 3 times? I got a friend who's a speaker, and she's been married and she's been married, divorced, widowed, and she's had 6 husbands. They either divorced or died or something. But hey, you know what? Maybe and she's very knowledgeable about what she does. So maybe this lady knows something.
And if I could say one thing about my experience, and I mean, you can take it or leave it, it's going to be this. Make sure that whoever you are dealing with, okay, whether it's, somebody you're dating, long term, short term, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or whatever, make sure that wherever they are at that moment, and by that moment, I mean, if they don't lose any weight, if they don't get a better job, if they don't fix, the childhood trauma, if they got a cat and you don't like cats, wherever they are at that moment, if you cannot deal with that, if you're thinking about, oh, well, if they change this and they change that,
okay,
and, over time, then we'll grow to be, if they don't change a thing, is that somebody that you want to commit yourself to? So I've been married.
All right. So what y'all think about that? Is that somebody you want to deal with? So essentially her argument here is, if you get with somebody and they decide that they're not going to change and do anything different. They're not going to do anything different. They are who they are, right? Can you take them as they are, or do you want them to change? Do they have to be somebody else for you to want to be with them? Because y'all know how, listen, and this is to the ladies. Look, this is to the ladies. Y'all know how y'all do. Y'all get a man, y'all get the perfect man. You get him and you say, he's perfect for me. and then you change him. Oh, he was just right. Oh, he just needs a little tweaking. No. What this young lady is saying is, if you feel like you got to tweak somebody, then they are not right for you. Are you okay with the person being who they are? Hey, Key. Aya, hello. Aya said you cannot change them. So either you accept them or cut off. Ooh, there you go. Hey, Jam. Jam said if you love someone, you should accept who he is. You are right, Jam, but listen. Jam, what she's saying is too many people accept somebody but say, you know what? There's just this little thing about them that they need to change. There's just that he's a really nice guy. But it's that job. He just needs a better job. If he had a better job, then he would be a better person. If he had a better car, if he had a better house, if he had a better... Nope. You cannot change people. Because if you start off trying to change them, you'll be always changing them. You'll be continuously changing them. Oh, no. He's okay. He's just got a record. He just has to, he has a probation officer. And you know what? After probation, after he gets off out of jail, after he gets out of, lockup, he'll be fine. No, he won't. Because the person is who he is. A man is who he is. He's not who you want him to be. He is who he is. I'm going to take some of these questions over here. Aya said, if he has a red flag, don't tolerate in the long run. You will be hurt. I think you're right. I think you're right. So listen, you can't get caught up in the beauty of the relationship. This man, he's so handsome. He's everything I've ever wanted in a man. And he knows how to just love me just right. And he tells me how beautiful I am. And he takes me out. Hey, wait a minute. I got somebody. Check it out. I got somebody who said to me, the man treats me like a queen. The man loves me and treats me like a queen. He takes me places and he dances with me and he loves me and he cares about me and calls me but there's only one thing. There's only one problem. He won't tell me how he feels about me. I'm like, man, what do you mean he treats you like a queen? What do you mean he treats you like a queen? Oh, he treats me like a queen. He takes me out and he loves on me and he does all the things. But there's only one problem. He won't tell me he loves me. He won't tell me how he feels about me. He won't let me in. What should I do? I told her, what you should do is state what it is you want from this man. Listen, he can't understand sign language, right? And see, sometimes some men, listen to this, you guys, y'all saw my video talking about sometimes you may have to teach a man how to love you. Some people don't know how to love. Some people don't understand what love means. Some people don't understand how you want to be loved. Key said, kick him out. When in doubt, kick him out. Don't do that. No, Key, don't do that. Jam says she better make a U-turn. No. I'm telling you, sometimes a man just needs that space and to get a clear understanding of what you want. Sometimes you want him, listen to this, y'all. Sometimes you like how your last boyfriend treated you. You like how your last husband treated you, took you out and danced with you and made you feel warm and beautiful. But guess what? He's not here now. You got the person who's in front of you. And what this lady is saying is this lady, this nice lady who's been married and divorced 3 times, she got a good point here tonight. She's been married and divorced 3 times. She got a good point. I'll give her some style points tonight, because what she had to say was true. That take the person for who they are right in front of you, and stop trying to make them be something that they're not. Take the person who's in front of you. Check out this game that this lady ran. I'm gonna come back to this one. Hold on. See if I can get it from the beginning. Look at this.
Was going through his different apps.
I want y'all to hear this.
And I knew he had a Snapchat, but for some reason the Snapchat had been deleted. So I re-downloaded the Snapchat, and
Trickery
did the
dickory
forget
dot.
password,
Mm-hmm.
and all of the messages, of course, came back up once I got in. So I just put hey, 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 hey next to the last 5 people he had been talking to. Lo and behold, one of the messages that came back was, "How you feeling?"
All right, wait a minute. So I need to give y'all some context on this if you missed it. So this is the video. The lady said what she discovered from breaking into her boyfriend's social media. Tonight we talking about it. How do you know if you should go further with the man that's in your life? She had that sense. She had that sense that said, something ain't right. She had that sense like, something ain't right. So she went in and checked it out. Let's get a little bit more of this.
And the next message was, "I'm tired from last night."
Uh-oh. So she went into the man's Snapchat. She downloaded it, all his old messages. This lady's like a detective, doc. She need to work for the police department. She went in there, found all his old messages that was recently deleted messages on Snapchat, and sent them all, the first 5 that he had talked to, and sent a message that said, "Hey." And then one of them responded with this message. This lady right here, they need to call the FBI. She needed to work for Law and Order, because this lady's good.
That was it. So I said to the message, "Call me. I got a new phone." So they called me. I talked to this woman for about an hour. That night he went to bed.
So
I
want y'all to hit this from the beginning.
And I was going through his different apps. And I knew he had a Snapchat, but for some reason the Snapchat had been deleted. So I re-downloaded the Snapchat.
Check it out.
And, did the forget password. And all of the messages, of course, came back up once I got in. So I just put hey, 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 hey next to the last 5 people he had been talking to. Lo and behold, one of the messages that came back.
This lady's a detective, Jack.
Was, "How you feeling?"
How you feeling?
And the next message was, "I'm tired from last night."
So she gets on the phone and has a long conversation with the lady. And when he comes in, he's like, what? He's like, what? Well, what am I? What? Wait. No. He's like, what am I? What are you doing to my phone? What are you doing to my phone? My man was caught. My man was caught. After she had the conversation, she said that was it. The question is, should you even have to go through all of that? Should you even have to go through all of that? Why do you have to go through all of that? Aya says, that is so narcissism, not worth keeping them. Man, this lady is a junior detective from the detective agency. She deserves a raise. I don't know what she do for a living, but she needs to consider a new career path, because this lady knows what she's doing. She's ready to be an attorney. She knows her stuff and knows what she's got going on. So this is real out here, y'all. This is real. And so here's what I got from that, y'all. Here's what I got from that. What I got from that is pay attention. What I got from that is pay attention. Some of y'all don't pay attention. Some of y'all are not paying attention. Yes, Michelle. Yeah, my man got busted. But guess what? A lot of times there was signs. Now you have to ask, my man, he just went and got in the shower. What was it that made her want to do that? What made her want to go through the man's phone in the first place? Because some people might say, if you got to go through a person's phone, you're already losing. If you got to go searching through a man's phone, you already lost. You're already losing. You're already losing. You should not have to go trouncing through your man's phone. You want to know tonight? Our topic is, is this the one? And I'm telling you, the one, you shouldn't have to go through all of that. You should not have to go through all that. So check it out. Here's what I got for you. I want y'all to see this. Here's what I got for you. I have 35. Look, this is a lot of them, but guess what? I guess we need all we can get. 35 signs. 35 signs. Look, the article starts off thinking of saying I do. Here are 35 signs he's the one for you. He's the one for you. Yeah. All right, here we go. I'm gonna try to go fast, and I'm gonna jump into some of these comments. You guys comment down below. I love having the interaction. Love the back and forth with you guys. So check it out. 35 signs. He's the one. I don't know if I'm gonna go through all 35, but I just want y'all to see this. He's kind. Man, very basic. It's a no-brainer. If a man talks to you like a dog, he's not the one. I'd be amazed sometimes when I hear people say that they got in an argument with their significant other and they cussing each other out. No, we can't be doing that. He's not the one. Check it out. Number 2, he's not afraid to say he's sorry. There's a lot of women who are afraid to say you sorry. A lot of women. I know this is for the men, but guess what? There's a lot of women who are afraid to say they sorry. They not saying it. They're not saying it. And I'm telling you, I'm sorry could heal a lot of things real fast. Number 3, you love them for this Samsung commercial. Try to come block me up. You love them for what's on the inside. You love them for what's on the inside. You want to know if this person is right for you? You love them for what's on the inside. Now, I can tell you, men fall in love with their eyes. Men fall in love with their eyes. A man can fall in love with what he sees. He sees you in that dress, looking just right. And he will record how you look in that dress in his mind. And a man could get swept away by what he sees on the outside. But I'm telling the fellas who's listening, look at what's on the inside. And if a man loves you, ladies, from the inside, meaning character, meaning agreeability, meaning somebody he can confide in spiritually, emotionally, he can tell his secrets to. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. Men often don't have anybody. Men often don't have anybody that they can tell their secrets to. Most men I know do not feel like they can tell their woman anything. I'm telling you, it's the truth. Most men don't feel like they can come to their woman and say, you know what? I can talk to her about anything. Most men don't feel that way. Yes, there does need to be more than physical. So that what it's saying is, if there's not more than physical, then don't take it too much further. And when a person is just really all about how you look. But that's also how men get tricked. Number 4, you feel really good about yourself when you're around him. Listen, do not downgrade that feeling. Oh my God. I just feel so wonderful around him. Listen, that matters. It matters. I feel so. You need to feel something. You need to feel something. You can't be proceeding on with a man that you feel nothing for. I hope I'm helping somebody here tonight. Number 5, he supports your dream. He supports your dream. Does the man support your dreams? Does he support your dreams? Does he support the vision that you have for your life? Or is it all about his life? And look, Letitia, Latrice said, yeah, right. Latrice, that means whoever that is that you're talking to, he wasn't the one. Nothing but sweet, nothing too sweet said, man, men need to learn how to connect. Shots fired. Shots fired. Does he support your dream? Or does he only care about you supporting his dream? Ooh. Number 6, he wants to spend time with you. He wants to spend time with you. And I don't just mean in the bedroom, but he wants to spend time with you. Time getting to know you. Time to getting to know what you're really all about. Your family background. Wants to know, where your life is going. Now that's somebody you can deal with. But trust me, if he doesn't, let him go. If he doesn't, you got to let him go. Number 7, he tells you everything. Well, it says if your man is someone who shares secrets with you, opens up to you when he's feeling sad or having a hard day at work, that lets you know that he feels safe with you. Somebody asked me one time, she's nothing too sweet. Said, yeah, right. Yeah. I want y'all to start believing. Y'all a bunch of unbelievers. Oh my gosh. Y'all a bunch of unbelievers. Listen. You need a man who's willing to talk to you about what's going on with him. And I'm telling you, there are some ways that you can get this guy to feel like he can talk to you about things. And I'm going to tell you, when you speak to a man and you're having these like real conversations, right? It's almost like, putting seeds in the ground. You're dropping seeds in the ground. Seeds of openness. Seeds of that says I'm listening to you. Seeds that once they get planted, a man starts to really feel like you are somebody he can trust. And that is what men are really looking for. All right. But he'll take the, yeah, baby. He'll take that. All right, number 8. You are friends first. I can't tell you how important that is. Listen, if it's only about the physical and you guys haven't developed a deep friendship, it's not going to work. Bankhead said, who's supposed to talk to who first? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Listen, I'm not one of those people who say women can't talk to men. No. In 2022, you can go up and have a conversation with anybody about anything. It's called networking. It's called making friends. I always encourage all my clients to be in the business of friend finding. Thank you, Tia. Friend finding, not husband hunting. Stop husband hunting and start friend finding. I'm telling you, that's what it's all about. Being friends first. Number 9, conversations flow naturally. They're not like, so let me tell you about the hard life I've had. And no, save all your baggage for later. Don't drop all your baggage at one time. The conversation just should flow back and forth. Not one person doing all the talking and the other person doing all the. They're just sitting there. I wonder if she's going to stop talking. And you're like, well, and when I went to school and I was an AKA in school and and he's just sitting there. He's just sitting there. And I was I'm so pretty and so he's just sitting there. No, let the conversation flow naturally. Number 10, he's all about compromise. He's all about compromise. Yeah. Yeah. What's so funny? He need to be all about compromise. He's all about compromise. All right, check it out. Alicia says finding a partner who is willing to meet. Alicia must be the person who wrote this. Finding the partner who is willing to meet in the middle when you two disagree on something is major. It's major. You have to have somebody that you can have a conversation with and you guys agree. Let me I'm gonna answer that in a minute. Let me make sure that I say it out loud. Like Bankhead said, hey, I want to ask you what's your thoughts on women who big TikTok influencers, but you want to talk to, but it's hard to really talk to her because she's so open with information with everyone. So you want to be friends with a TikTok influencer? You're going to have to do it off of TikTok. Anybody you want to get to know personally, you got to get to know them personally. Don't try to do it on TikTok because that's not going to be work. Or if you try to reach out to her on TikTok, you're going to get this. All right, let's move on. Number 11, he makes you laugh. He makes you laugh. Does he make you laugh? Do people hook up on TikTok? People hook up on all the apps. By the way, that's what I tell my clients, that be prepared because every social media app is a dating app. What did I just say? Every social media app is a dating app. So get ready. Dr. Shirley said, why? Dr. Shirley, every dating app, every app is a dating app because the apps are about connecting and engaging, meeting new people. And isn't that the same thing it is in real life? So all the apps, if you can make it contact with somebody and have communication back and forth, there's a potential for dating and a potential for love. Okay? Potential for love. 13. Things aren't complicated. Number 13. This is 13 in the list of ways to know if somebody is right for you, if somebody is serious about you. Things aren't complicated. Why are you having to argue with people who are just somebody you talking to? You shouldn't have to. And if you are arguing, listen, I don't know what the number is, but I had this conversation one time before asking, How many conflicts do you have before you call it quits? How many conflicts do you have before you call it quits? How many conflicts? I say 2. Like, you getting to know somebody and there's difficulty in the beginning. Oh, you better be counting, Samantha. Oh, you got to be counting. Because if not, you'll slip into a pattern of conflict. And you'll get used to it. And you'll say, oh, well, this is just how our relationship is. And you should not have to be in a difficult relationship. You should be with somebody that gets you ready to dance, ready for love. Okay? Not ready for arguments. Number 14, he remembers things.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
He remembers things. You ask him, hey, you remember when I told you about what happened to me, this important thing that happened to me at school? You remember when I talked to you about my growing up and that thing that I said that happened to me, that I said, if any man ever did this thing, we would just break up. And he's just sitting there like, or maybe it's, I'm allergic. You tell the man, I'm allergic to fish. I'm allergic to shellfish. And my man's like, hey, I made reservations for us at Red Lobster. And he's just sitting there looking at him like, dude, are you serious right now? And all you can just say is, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. You're not paying attention. You're not paying attention. You have to be with somebody who's paying attention. Because if they're not paying attention now, they won't pay attention later. And there's nothing worse than you having to turn into a man's mom. You want to be somebody's mama? A grown man's mama? I don't think you do. Number 15. You both put effort into the relationship. I talk about this all the time. With relationships, with long distance relationships. Listen to this. This is true for long distance relationships. You both have to be doing the investing.
Another one.
You both have to be doing the putting in, the making it work, the planning for the future, the planning for what we're going to do when we get there, planning for who's paying for it, planning for who's coming to who. If you find yourself doing all the planning, all the struggle of what we're going to do, who's coming next, who's coming to who. I called you, but you didn't answer. Then you got to let him go. You're going to have to let him go. 16, you fight, but healthily. This is our list of signs he is the one. This is our list of signs he is the one. You fight in a healthy way. You find yourself having conversations. Now, listen to this too, y'all. I've known people who were like, we never fight. We never fight. We get along all the time. You should not be getting along all the time with anybody. If you get along with somebody all the time and there's never a conflict, they should tell me one of y'all is not needed. One of you is not needed. I had a cousin, right? This cousin, he was a great guy, is a great guy, but he had a wife, right? And he and his wife, they were both quiet introverts. I don't even know how this all worked, but they were both quiet introverts. They didn't talk very much. They didn't speak. They almost mumbled to each other. I don't even know how they were able to communicate. They like mumbled to each other. They'd be like, and we all just sitting around like, what are y'all saying? we just sit down, listen to them. It's just like, what? Huh? What? What are y'all saying? And they would just be like, and then, I mean, I could just tell they never had a conflict. It was always very, and they were like very refined and very educated. I believe that I'm refined and I'm educated, but they were very, very refined. They were very educated, and they were of the upper crust. They were of the upper crust. And then I found out they got divorced. And I'm like, wait a minute. How did these two people get divorced? They barely, I know they couldn't have had any real conflict. And then I talked to him afterwards. I was like, yo, what happened? And he was like, well, she and I, we just didn't see eye to eye. We just didn't. I think what it actually was is one of them couldn't have children. Sometimes people have difficult times and don't really know how to say it. People dealing with issues in their mind and they can't say it. So fighting healthy. Number 17, check it out. Number 17, he talks about the future with you. Listen, they said the same thing I said. Listen to this. Hey, sexy women's health. Look, if a man's not talking to you about their future, he's not trying to see you next. He's not thinking about what are we going to do? My birthday is coming up, and I think we should. If there's none of that, you are probably not in his future. Now, he needs to be talking about more than just, yeah, let's get it on. Yeah. Now, listen, y'all. He does need to be talking about that. I had a lady one time, she came on and she was like, Kel, I talk to this guy all the time. We talk all the time. We talk all the time. And we talk about everything. She says, we even talk to about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. We just talk. She says, and we barely talk about like relationship stuff, or we never talk about sex, or we never talk about any of that. It's like we'll talk about the Georgia Bulldogs, and we talk about the We'll talk about, ma'am, listen. It's a relationship. And the man should at least be talking, having something to say about getting close to you, about intimacy. Look, if y'all feeling what I'm saying tonight, go tap on that screen on the TikTok side. Y'all on YouTube, hit that like button. I need everybody to hit that like button. Hit that like button right now. Hit the like button. If you're not subscribed on the YouTube side, on the YouTube side, hit that subscribe button right now. And if y'all on TikTok, y'all want to see it on YouTube, go ahead over there. Type in The Love Coach. I'm The Love Coach on YouTube. Let's move on. Number 18, he won't judge you. Now, some people need to be judged. He's like, you like, he asks you, do you have a record? And you like, well, kind of. Well, what did you do? Well, I did some shoplifting once. I did some shoplifting, and I did a little time. Well, how much time? Well, I just did a little time, and no. Sometimes you need to be judged, right? But for the sake of this conversation, he won't judge you. We're talking about signs he is the one. Here's what the writer wrote. No matter what you're going through, the right person for you won't judge you. I'm going to disagree with that. Won't judge you. I think you have to, the person has to say what it is. Now, I know they're saying using judge as in a, a term that's not to not, I guess, not in a negative way. I understand that. But guess what? Somebody need to pull you up on your BS. If it ain't right, the price is wrong. Number 19, let's move on. Number 19, he offers to do small errands and tasks for you. Listen to this. A man who wants you, a man who's planning a future for you, a man who desires you, wants to do something for you. Even if it's buying you a little gift. Even if it's sitting there listening to you and taking you by your hand and picking up your dry cleaning and wait a minute, don't go too far with this. Small errands, okay? Now, see, some guys will slip into being a simp and just doing everything and just doing. It's like, no, don't go crazy with it. But a man should desire to do some small things. The word to pay attention to here is small things. Because he's trying to decide the conversation. You're trying to decide if he's the one. You don't need a trip to Hawaii. Number 20, you won't question his feelings. This goes to the conversation we had before, y'all. Folding laundry, yeah, that's good. Constructive criticism, that's good. This goes to the question that we had before, y'all. You won't, the guy who wouldn't tell the woman how he felt. He was like, she's like, tell me how you feel. She's like, but he seems so perfect. She's like, do you like me? Do you think do you do, do you think we'd make a good couple? You think what do you think about us? Or you'd be like, what are we? I think we should go out to dinner. I think you should tell me you love me. Nope. You shouldn't have to do all of that. The man should be able to tell you how he feels about you. 21. Desi, I'm glad you're enjoying. Kel, you're hilarious, man. Yes, you're not looking for a buddy, are you? Number 21. You trust him. You want to know if he's the one? The question is, do you trust him? Do you trust him beyond getting together? Do you trust him? Do you trust him do you trust him emotionally? Do you trust him emotionally? Do you trust him to have conversations with him? Do you trust him to? I'm not just talking about that. Because you got to be able to do a lot more than that to sustain a relationship. All right, here's the last one. He respects your friends and family. He respects your friends and family. I did a video in my YouTube. You guys, it's kind of back there. It's kind of back there, right? But if you go back, I did a video on how do you know if a man, I think the video is called how do you know if a man sees you in his future? Something like that. And one of the things I talked about is a man introducing you, listen to this, to the female members of your family. Not just your family, not just cousin Ricky and Uncle Joey. But does he introduce you to his mama? Does he introduce you to Big Mama? Y'all know in the black community, we got Big Mama. And you got to know Big Mama. Now, Big Mama may not necessarily be your grandma, but she's a elderly female that you respect. Does he introduce you to the female members of your family that he finds that he respects? If that's not happening, he's not the one. If that's not happening, and only just getting it on, and there's no talking about your family or your friend, talking to your family and friends, no. Now, listen to this. I'm not going to say that it's never going to happen. I'm not going to say it's never going to happen, but come on. I'm not going to say the man is never going to introduce you to his family and friends. I'm not going to say he's never going to, but I will tell you this. At the point when he starts to have a conversation with you, bringing you into the family and friends. Now, I talked about family already, but even friends. Listen, you should know some of his friends, especially if he hangs around them all the time. Listen, if he hangs around all the time and you are never really hanging out, y'all not there yet. You're not there yet. But a man has to be introducing you to female members of his family that he respects and friends. Because listen, especially for men, for the most part, if a man's introducing you to his friends because he is proud of you. Man's introducing you to his friends because he's proud of you. But if he's not, you don't know anybody? You don't know anybody? No. Nobody? I'm not sure if this is getting anywhere. All right, let me check back up on our side. All right. Right. My girl Ladonna's in the building. What's up? Ladonna said it doesn't take long. You right? You're right. It doesn't take long. That's if he knows what he wants. All right. I got one more thing here. I want to show you guys. I want you guys to get in on this thing I found. So this is something that has happened, you guys, and it's very, very unfortunate. We want to keep the brother in prayer. We heard about Ricky Smiley losing his son Brandon, losing his son is very unfortunate. I agree with, I heard somebody saying it that, no one should have to bury your son. But we got the word recently that he lost his son last night, 32 years old. So I saw the story. Here's what they said. The comedian, radio host from Birmingham, Ricky Smiley, announced Sunday that his son had died. He lost his oldest son. The Jefferson County Coroner's Office reports that Brandon Smiley was found unresponsive at his home Sunday morning. Shortly after 10 a.m., he was taken to the UAB hospital where he died. There was no evidence of foul play or trauma. The cause of death will be determined by laboratory tests. Now, one of the reasons, you guys, I wanted to read this story here because a lot of people still didn't know what happened to him. A lot of people still didn't know what happened to Ricky Smiley's son. We just heard that he passed and didn't know what happened. And so we're just keeping his family in prayer. I hope it's not something, I hope he didn't do it himself. Hopefully it wasn't anything like that. So that could be the worst. He said, I'm devastated to hear one of Ricky Smiley's friends, people sending condolences. So it's one of those things. Oh, look at that. Who knew? Cindy Williams passed away. Laverne and Shirley. Died at 75. Yeah, so that's pretty difficult thing to deal with. And we definitely want to keep them in our prayers on this evening. So, somebody got some questions. All right, let me answer a couple of these questions, you guys. And I'm gonna put give me a little bit of background music while we get on these questions. Let me give me a little something. Like the preacher said, give me a little something. All right. Let's see. Anim, and I'm gonna call you Anik. Anik says, should I text her or waiting for her text? Says after she break up with me, she asked me to putting effort on her, but now I stopped texting her for 3 days. Should I text her or wait for her text? Anik, okay, here's what I'm going to say. So it sounds like she broke up with you because you have not been putting in the effort towards building the relationship. Now, depending on how she said it, if she said it like as if it was a challenge, like she put you to a challenge, she was like, you know, you don't put anything into this relationship. I don't want to be with you, right? You might, if you feel like it was a challenge, then you do whatever you can to win her back. Take some flowers to her job, you know, order her some DoorDash. I don't know where you live, but women love to eat. Women love to eat, right? So send her some food, send her some flowers, send her a letter, send her an audio message telling her how you actually feel about her. And that should work out good for you. All right, next question.
Another one.
All right, we got another question. Let's see. Key says, I told him let go on FaceTime. He refused, so I cut him off. That is, let me see if I Key, you a trip. I told him let go on FaceTime. Okay, so you broke up with somebody on FaceTime? And he refused, so you cut him off. You know what? But the question is, did you actually cut him off? Key, did you actually cut him off? Or is that just something, I mean, like cut him off, meaning block him from all social media? Okay, you say yes. Good. Aniki's back. He says, I do. I give her flowers, but she gave it to her friends. Anik. Anik. You might have to let him go. You might have to let her go. Why? Because you fumbled. But here's the thing, there are so many more women in the world. User, I'm coming to you. We got to get you a real name. Yeah, I missed your message because you don't have a real name. All right, here we go. We got another one. Another one. Here we go. User says, hi, my boyfriend not texting me or call me almost 5 days. My boyfriend not texting me or call in almost 5 days after arguments. What should I do? Had an argument and now there's after 5 days. Well, sometimes a guy needs that time to cool off. Sometimes a guy needs that time to, assess what's going on. Sometimes a guy needs that time to go see other women. Sometimes that guy needs to think about what happened and make a new decision. And sometimes he needs to go knock boots with some other woman and then come back after another couple days. So the question is not what is he going to do? The question is, what are you going to do? You had an argument. It sounds like he's breaking up with you. So you can reach out to him. If you say he hasn't called you, but have you called him? I miss him. Oh. She said, I miss him. I understand that you miss him, but understand this. If it's over, it might be just over. So it might be time for you to just kind of get back and just like lick your wounds and kind of let it go. Yes, Quay, I do. Thank you very much. I like it. Yes. All right. Shayna says, give him all the time he wants. Give him all the time he wants. Yes. But she misses him. Shayna, y'all need to have a heart. Why don't you have a heart, Shayna? Sheesh. She's hurt. She's feeling some kind of way. And he's like, I don't know nothing. She feels some kind of way. LaDonna said, next. She feels a way. But you got to get to that point that it's time to party. Look, there's a time to mourn. It's even in the scripture. A time to mourn and a time to celebrate. I think it might be time to celebrate. It might be time to go invest in yourself. Might be time for you to just spend some time alone and spending some time by yourself, getting to know you and getting to love yourself again. Key, you are welcome. Key said, tell her, go shopping. Buy you something special. Now you're talking. User, yes, I think you should move on to. Because you don't have time to be sitting around waiting for somebody to figure out if they want you or not. All right. Need everybody to go ahead and hit that like button, hit the like button. I need y'all to tap on the screen, If you're on YouTube, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. I need everybody to hit the likes. Let's get them likes going. Yes. So, yes, you guys, we have come to the top of the hour. Glad you guys are here. Glad you guys have been here to enjoy it. I hope you have enjoyed our time together. Look, I've got an event. I got plenty of events happening coming up. I got my birthday. Hey, my birthday is this weekend. And so if you want to come on, if you still want to come to Atlanta, come hang out with your boy, have some great time, have some fun. I still have a couple seats to my birthday bash that's going on. So shoot me a message and we'll see what we can do. But I've got plenty. If you need to book a session, you want to do a one-on-one, book a session with me, you can shoot me you can go to lovecoachatlanta.com. Lovecoachatlanta.com is the place where you lovecoachatlanta.com is the place, or you could shoot me an email to lovecoachatlanta@gmail.com where we can book you a one-on-one coaching session and we'll make it happen. All right, y'all. Well, thank y'all so much for being here. Till next time, peace and love. One more time for the horn. Y'all have a great night.